Chair, members, my name is Jeremy Newman. I'm the Policy Director with the Texas Homeschool Coalition. Our interest in this issue, I should say I'm in favor of the bill. Our interest in this issue comes partially from the fact that we typically get involved in any issue that affects the right of families to raise their children, and that one of the services we offer to our members is representation in CPS cases. So we've had about 50 of those in the last few years, many of them dealing with some of these issues. So I wanted to start out first by just making sure to underscore for the committee that the process that was used to construct this bill has been about 2 years long. It was originally as a result of a work group that Governor Abbott commissioned after the end of last legislative session. We were on that work group, and several of the other people who are here in the room were as well. And a lot of the stuff that is in the bill came out of that work group, or has been discussions by the work group members that continued past that point. A couple specific items I wanted to mention is that one of the things that the bill does is it ensures that the rights of a non-offending parent, so if you have two parents in the home, one is accused, one is not, or two parents in different homes and only one is accused, the rights of both need to be adjudicated separately. Because under the code right now, the way the process works is you only have to find a risk of harm in the home from which the child was removed in order to deny placement to all parents or all people who could be entitled to possession. So if you have a second parent who did nothing wrong and is a safe, available placement for that child, they can be denied possession of that child based on the thing that the other parent in the other home did. So one of the changes that's being made in the bill is to ensure that everyone's rights are adjudicated separately. I want to also touch on the burden of proof that was mentioned. Chairwoman, you asked earlier about the burden of proof, and one of the things that the bill makes sure to do is it kind of creates a hierarchy in the system where at the initial removal, the lowest standard of evidence is used. And then when you get to the adversary hearing, which is 14 days later, that's where the burden is being increased to say a preponderance is required, which just means at least a majority of the evidence has to indicate that abuse or neglect occurred before the removal can be rubber stamped by the judge at that 14-day hearing. And then the clear and convincing evidence is the one that's still used at the termination, so that the further into the home you intrude, the higher the burden of evidence is.